Hi guys, today I'd like to show you Miss Marvel against Cosmic Curse. Miss Marvel is one of those heroes that I would not consider as a strong hero, but nevertheless, she's one of the first hero I've ever played, and and still hold a special place in my heart. Playing Miss Marvel requires some kind of thinking because she's not that strong as she used to be, and you have to take some avoidance action in all things you do. But however, she's a very simple one to play against Kurse. It's like that's it. It's alright, but you just have to be careful when you play against cosmic bosses like Kurse. And oh, by the way, if you wonder why there's ashes in my forehead, this is not cosplay. It's today's Ash Wednesday, so we went to church and we put some ashes on our forehead. Also Chinese New Year Eve, so I got to go home early, still in my business attire. So eager to create this video for the fans, and the reason why I create a video for Miss Marvel is that I thought it's good to show some of the heroes that this game offer. May not be the strongest hero, but nevertheless has some unique flavor to it. Like for instance, Miss Marvel, there are only four powers to play with. One is to just single target melee, just keep hitting, or haymaker. Another one is just like crash down strike that has a cooldown to it, and it has a knockdown as well as the apply vulnerability. Is a good opener. Then it has something called photonic wave that does the direct damage as well as damage over time. Also, if you have all this phonetic energy full, you can apply extra damage to it. Last but not least, the one that's is radiant cascade, which is like she radiate all this energy around her to just kill anything that's nearby, no targeting required. That's it. There are only four powers to play. She's one of the very old school design, very easy to play hero. And there are other utility like energy infusion is for her to generate health, but then you have to have this bar that's full in order to generate. So you have to decide: am I going to generate health and spirit, or am I going to do a double damage or a photonic wave? That's the only decision you ever made for Miss Marvel. The rest of it just this is a crowd control breaker. The other two, one is to walk, the other is to fly, and that's about it. So the challenge of Miss Marvel is not on her powers, on her gear, because why I say that, if you look at her gear, the only thing that is useful, the only unique that's useful to her, designed to her, is basically the slot 3. This is the only item that I use. The rest of it I use at any hero item, and basically why? Because I use a hybrid build, not into total melee or total range. I think she should be a hybrid as well, because she does physical as well as energy. As I said in the previous video, hybrid heroes are in a very good shape, including Miss Marvel, whereby she could be way lag behind if not for all this awesome gear. So what gear are we talking about? We are talking about the power cosmic. When she does energy power, she gain physical damage rating, which is 1,500, which is a lot, and also when she does energy to physical to energy, so it's great. Then the last ranking is +1 to all attribute for 10 seconds per damage type, so she has 2, so it's +2 to all damage type, and there's quite a good health buff as well. So that's one of them. Another one is this is the power dupe, which is the rune work that I use for her as well. So she does have some pretty good gear for hybrid, but the rest of it I have to use any hero unique. Like for instance, I use Satan Claw, give melee power as well as a crit damage rating and so on, because a lot of her power her main spender is a melee. Then I've got this as well that boosts the melee as well, so I got 2 melee, and the third one is basically the Nisanti books. I get it for the +2 ranks to all power, as well as a nice crit, nice health, spirit, as well brutal rating. These are very good stacks. It's just that the first stat probably benefit not a solo Miss Marvel, but more of like a Ray kind of Miss Marvel, because during solo all the mobs are targeting at you, so you can't gain the damage buff. The last slot, I mean, I have the Mask of Zion as well, which I could have used, but I use this one for the +2 to all power as well as the Brutal as well. So that is about it for gearing Miss Marvel. In terms of her build, I can show you her build, no issue. Haymaker is the one that I use as the main power, spender, and it is her main power as well against the boss and so on. Then I have this infused regeneration, which as I spend photonic energy, I gain all this like health and regeneration and so on. So it is good, but is it sufficient to make her very like durable? Not really. I've got other heroes that are more durable than her and don't have this kind of like stuff. But I mean, you know, it's a passive whereby it gives you health and health regen. So so why not? In terms of the I talk about the crash down strike, which is on this one here, which I max it. It just crash down, apply vulnerability, no brainer to it. Then I have this photonic wave that apply DOT, damage over time. I have this signature power, radiant cascade, which you've seen it before. At one point, actually I put 20 on this energy infusion to give me sort of like when I need health or spirit on demand. But the problem is that I seldom use this one because I don't really regenerate health that much, or you know, I rely on other means. So so should you max it? But then the problem is that if you don't max this, what else do you max? I mean, there's nothing else you can play for Miss Marvel, right? There's only that many power that you can use or that go up together. Maybe I could no, I mean there's no other things that I can think of. Then you know, then I put one on the Flight of the Warbird, which give me the power buff. And also, I mean, when I use movement power, I get a power buff, so you know that's good stuff. But I don't need to put too much on it because it buffs a duration, and I keep using movement anyway. Then I've got this one that help me fly over things and CC crowd control breaker. That's it. Very simple to spec. Nothing too memorable to talk about the rest of the stuff. I mean, there's nothing else. In terms of Omega Point, probably something worth talking about. The Omega Point, 10 points on spin tag, which I do it for all hero. And also, because melee or Haymaker is my main spender, and I put the +5 strength on it. I open up just enough to go down here. I don't really put the rest of it because I want to pick things that benefit everything if I can, yeah. But I use this one to reduce the spirit cost for Haymaker as well, because it's actually quite high, 11.8. Then I have this one for crit. Why is it 13? Check my other video, because I have this mathematical formula to give me a consistent cost effectiveness across the whole entire Omega system, not to overspend on it. Same as like why 4 points here, because 4 points is where I get 80% cost effectiveness. If I go deeper than that, I just pay too much for it. So I've got Melt Fate as well for the brutal damage rating. I don't pick anything from here. Then here is the guild suppression. You know, all hero has it. It gives me the brutal strike rating as well as the because mine does melee, so melee crit hit as well as the crit damage rating. Those are good stuff. Then because because Miss Marvel does energy and physical, so you know when I do physical, it buff my energy. When I do energy, it buff my physical. Again, these are very good for hybrid. That's what you should look for. Nothing here, and the here is where I put quite a lot of stuff here. I've got 9 + 9 fighting. Because as a hybrid, you go for fighting, you don't go for strength or you don't go for energy. Except in my case, I want strength because this is my spend, I want to spec for it. Then I've got this that has brutal strike rating as well, brutal damage rating. These are good stuff, 4 points, enough sufficient. Then because I does a lot of melee give me 360 crit damage rating. Then crit damage rating is something that is very high, so after, no diminishing return, so grab it. Then the other two is quite interesting because as I hit with the energy, as I hit with the area power, I gain a base to energy, and as I deal energy power damage, I get like a base damage to area. Why? Because while I buff a lot on my melee, which is physical, I cannot ignore my energy spender, which is all energy and area. So area, energy, area, energy, area, energy. So in as much as possible, I try to get a balanced approach, and I think it's not a very heavy investment of points. So as I get more points, I'll probably get one extra here, and that's it, call it a day. So that is my Omega system. So yeah, in terms of gear wise, I talk about all my unique, and I need more spirit, because she does use up quite a lot of spirit, and I have this very nice core for her that gain health as I hit enemy. I have plus physical and energy damage, as well as I recuperate my spirit and health as I use med kits. So these are really good core that I have. I'm looking at my grade 1. I think I got bored not re-rolling it, but I re-rolled it to crit damage rating, which I think is better. But by and large, all 4 grades are all crit damage rating, and that's what I think everybody should focus on. In terms of crit, in terms of the other artifacts, I use the this artifact. Everybody use it. I use this one because I want to buff the physical haymaker, because this is I want to put a lot of points on that. But I haven't said that you can replace it with something more generic. If you have the gem of the curse, whatnot, then you can just slot one inside, or you can something generic like the from Kingpin, the white jacket suit. So you can put it there as well, because it gives you a generic damage, but this one gives you a lot more. That's why I prefer. Then meta sensory is something that all hero has it. I've got a very interesting Omega drive that as I hit with the energy power, I gain damage rating as well as intelligence for 10 seconds, which is very good, because this is my opener. I can use that to open up and give me the damage rating. So by right, she's very well geared. I use Green Goblin Medallion because it gives me both energy and physical damage, which is what I'm having here. My health overall is 20k, my spirit is 600 odd. So yeah, she's in good shape. She's a supposed to be strong hero, but as you can see, she's not that fantastic. And but that's really to do with the hero design more than everything else. She does for the rest of the mob that you probably haven't seen me playing. She's quite a she's quite a good hero to consider. She does quite a fair bit of damage, and she's taking quite a lot as well. So that's what I'm saying. She's not as strong as some of the heroes that you've seen in my other video, but nevertheless, if you want something more balanced, something easy, simple to play, Miss Marvel could be your choice. So yeah, enjoy. Hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Bye.